Hello, Hoovians, and welcome to a brand new thing that no other Doctor Who YouTuber has never done before. And I'll tell you why, because you'll be watching this and you'll find out why no one's done it before. Now, today is a brand new panel show, a panel show like you've never seen it before. You've seen Nevermind the Buzzcocks about music. You've seen A League of Their Own about sports, but you've never seen TimeLords because it didn't exist until now. It's all about Doctor Who, the whole universe. And, well, the whole universe is, there's nothing much but a universe. Now, today, I am joined by a sleuth of Doctor Who creatives and one fan, but he also creates a podcast, so he does count in the lineup. But first of all, I'll introduce the teams on Isaac Whittaker Duskin's team tonight. We have from the Filmian podcast, a podcast where he's mentioned Doctor Who several different times. No one else on the panel knew what he was on about until they realised what they were on about. It's Sander Langwiston. And also on his team tonight is a Doctor Who YouTuber who's very rebel. He's also a Whovian. It's Joe Cook. Hooray! And on team 2, because there's only 2 teams, because else I'll get confused, we have Richard D. Carrier.
Hello.
Who is also known as Clever Dick Films, who makes videos that I wish I could make, but I make stuff like this, so each to our own. And on his team is Joe Brennan. I interviewed him very recently, so you can go and check that out after you've seen this. And to make things even more confusing, another Doctor Who YouTuber that's got the same name as the team captain, it's Richard Lloyd.
Hello, everybody.
Now, before we get into the games, and I have been doing research for the viewers' knowledge, I am going to ask each person how they got into Doctor Who, and we'll start off. So, Isaac, how did you get into Doctor Who?
How I got into Doctor Who, I was 8 years old. I was at my great auntie's house. Rise of the Cybermen came on. I watched that. At the end of the cliffhanger, where they're all surrounded by the Cybermen and about to get deleted, I thought, oh, I've got to watch this next week. And the rest is history.
Yeah, history. 57 years of history.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now let's go to his team captain, his partner in crime on his team, Xander. How did you get into this wonderful franchise?
I think I walked through on my parents watching The Unquiet Dead, the 3rd episode of the Christopher Eccleston run, and I got very scared. And then the week after, there were big green aliens, the Slitheen. So I was like, yeah, this seems like my kind of thing. And I've been a very pretty big fan.
And then finally on Isaac's team, it's Joe Cook. How did you get into Doctor Who?
Well, it was sort of my brother's show, and I was sort of like in the background because our family used to sit down every week to watch it. So I was mostly just hiding behind the sofa. But it was I properly sat down to watch it for the 11th hour. So series 5 was my proper first series.
Yeah. Was it comfortable behind the sofa?
No. It's a tight fit.
Yeah. So I mean, I hear that phrase when people get scared and hide behind the sofa, but they don't see much. They lose a lot of the elements of the show when they disappear from the screen and hide. Now we'll find out about the other team. Now let's go to Richard D. Carrier. How did you get into this wonderful franchise?
Well, you lot are making me feel very, very old because I was born in 1984, so I think I might be the exception here that I was actually alive during the original classic era of Doctor Who, although I don't remember it very well. I think probably around the 30th anniversary, just to make you all feel very young and me very old, was probably the point at which I became a fan as such, because there was a lot going on. And I think I watched my dad and I went to Woolworths, another blast from the past, and I got a copy of the 5 Doctors on VHS because he said, look, you get 5 for the price of 1. So that was my, I think, inauguration into Doctor Who. And I've been a fan ever since.
Yeah, well, Woolworths was, I think it must have been an April Fool's joke that I heard it was coming back last year, but then they just made it up. Someone had just went, I thought I'll just tease everyone.
I remember
now,
when it closed.
Yeah, let's go to Joe Brennan. How did you get into this wonderful franchise?
Well, first I got out of it because I remember on the playground everyone was talking about the Weeping Angels and Blink, and I thought that sounds way too scary for me, so I avoided it like the plague for quite a while. And then I got into the Sarah Jane Adventures on CBBC. I don't know how old I was, but that was my first introduction to the Doctor Who universe, and I watched that. Still didn't want to watch Doctor Who. I thought, Sarah Jane Adventures got quite scary sometimes, and I didn't want to go even further beyond that. So I was happy with that. And then obviously when that ended, there was a hole in my life, so I jumped over to Doctor Who around Series 7.
Now, Richard Lloyd, you're the last person to tell us this. How did you get into this franchise? Because you're very much, from your background, you're very much into it more than it says for my background, just full of DVDs at this point.
Oh, yours is all right. No, so I was 7. It was just around, I think, March 2008, just before Series 4 started, and we were doing the weekly supermarket shop. And my dad pointed out a issue of Doctor Adventures, in the magazine rack, and that's where it started. After that, I then got it reserved, a more local shop, and got into it with Series 4, obviously, and the specials. And then Matt Smith was my first Doctor, where I was there from the start. And I've just never really looked back since. Yeah.
Wow. Very varied of stories there. And that is one of my favorites, because it didn't start from seeing the program itself. It started from other mediums, which is always good, because the magazines will stay alive for a lot longer. They'll probably stay alive for another week, I hope. Now we go into round 1. Travel Through Time, a very original name coming from me there. It's basically stick to the point from The Dog Ate My Homework, but a Doctor Who fashion. So no copyright there, the BBC. If you do want to copyright this, don't. It's only a name. It's only a name. So the point is you get the joke there. The point is I will say someone's name and they will answer. And if they say or or pause, then you are out. Then you'll be sat in a shush position with your finger on your lips, and then we know who's out, and then it makes more sense. Now, we'll start off with Xander, because he looks very worried, and the topic, you can all think of answers whilst he's answering it in a fast motion, is things you wouldn't find in the TARDIS. Xander. Oh, go on.
A sonic pen.
I'll give you that. Richard Lloyd.
A laser screwdriver.
Joe Cook.
K9.
Joe Brennan.
A gun.
Richard Carrier.
Avros.
Isaac.
The Zero Room, because it got ejected in Castrovalva.
Good answer.
That's a very good. That is a very good one. Right, Xander.
Me again? Oh God. Oh no.
Oh, you're out. Right, that's one person out. Right, let's go again to Richard Lloyd.
The TARDIS exterior.
Richard Carrier.
The beach.
Isaac.
The TARDIS instruction manual, because the Doctor disagreed with it and threw it away.
Very intelligent answers. Joe Cook.
Ian Levine.
Joe Brennan.
Soldiers.
Ooh, that's a very good one. Richard Carrier.
A Dalek mutant.
Isaac.
A Sontaran gun.
Joe Brennan.
Frog.
Richard Lloyd.
Danny Pink's corpse.
Oh. That's an open wound that no one thought was going to be opened. Joe Cook.
Jagrafess.
Oh, you're all very good at this. Oh, I need to start catching people out a lot quicker now. Joe Brennan.
A different TARDIS.
Oh. Isaac.
The Merker.
Richard Lloyd.
A Dalek casing.
Richard Carrier.
Sea Devil.
Joe Brennan. Oh, right, that's 2 out. Ooh, it's heating up now. Joe Cook.
Zygon.
Ooh, Isaac. Oh, you're out. That was an shush position. Richard Carrier.
Dematerialization circuit during John Pertwee's era.
Very good. Richard Lloyd.
An action figure of Ian Chesterton.
Joe Cook.
The Ian Briggs Doctor.
Joe Cook.
Oh.
You're out. Shush position. Ha! That's how you get them out. Richard Lloyd.
Ooh, no, I'm out.
Oh, you're out. All right, so that means that Richard Carrier's team gets a point. Hooray! Right, you're all back in now for the next one because there's another question. You're all prepared for this now. Things companions won't say when they meet the Doctor for the first time. Richard Carrier. Oh, you're out.
No, sorry.
Push position. Right, Xander.
Please don't make me go in your box, you strange man.
Richard Lloyd.
Please don't let me go in your box, you strange woman.
Oh, no, that's quite similar. That's quite similar. I see that's quite similar. I'll let you away with that this time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
But that's a warning. Isaac.
Why don't you get in your rocket and go back to Legoland?
Brilliant. Joe Cook.
Please don't take me to Canary Wharf.
Joe Brennan.
Hello, Doctor Who.
Xander. Shush position. That was a pause. That was a pause. Richard Lloyd.
I saw that in B&M last week with reference to the TARDIS.
Joe Brennan.
Oh, it's David Tennant.
Joe Cook.
When am I going to get a figure made of me?
Isaac.
I don't want to go to the Eye of Orion.
Wow. Very knowledgeable. Richard Lloyd.
Why do I come from London? I don't know.
Isaac Whittaker.
Do you like
Shush
fish
position.
fingers and
That was an haha. Joe Cook.
I need the loo.
Oh, that was a pause, so you're out.
Oh.
That was a pause. Right. Richard Lloyd.
I hate you.
Joe Brennan. Oh, that was an you're out. That means that Richard D. Carrier's team wins another point. Hooray. You're doing very well at this, Richard's team. So Isaac's team need to pick up the pace. And I'm not blaming anyone. Xander.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
Yeah, we're all thinking it. Right. You all need to pick up the pace now because Isaac's team needs to be the chance to win this whole thing. Right. Question 3. Things a villain wouldn't say to the Doctor. Isaac.
I love you. Let's get married.
Richard D. Carrier.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Richard Lloyd. Shush position. I've been very brutal. Joe Brennan.
I'm literally going to murder you.
Joe Cook.
you can blow up my ship with your sonic screwdriver just over there.
Xander.
I'm sure we can wrap this up in about 12 minutes.
Richard Carrier.
Let me just explain my entire evil plan to you.
Brilliant. Joe Brennan.
The self-destruct button is over there.
Isaac.
Well, there's always tomorrow.
Joe Cook.
I feel a cliffhanger coming on.
Xander.
Oh, yeah, Joe just
you're out.
found mine. God.
You're out. Oh, you stole it there, Joe. Right, Joe Brennan.
I'll get you in the next series.
Isaac.
I want to smell a flower, watch a sunset, eat a well-prepared meal.
Richard Carrier. Oh, shush position. That was a pause. Joe Cook.
Am I going to be voiced by Nicholas Briggs?
Isaac.
Anything in the world can stop me now.
Joe Brennan.
This rubber mask is incredibly comfortable.
Joe Cook.
Help.
Oh, that was a pause. And that was a cry for help, so shush position. Right. If anyone can help him, please do in the comment section down below. Joe Brennan. Shush
I got
position.
nothing.
And that means Isaac's team has won the first point of the evening. Or late
Sorry, my
afternoon.
team. I'm
Well
sorry.
done.
Yes.
Now, we come to the last question in round one. This question is personally one of my favourites, just because I wrote it myself, and I like everything I write myself. That's why I watch myself back 24 hours a day. And it is things you won't find in Sarah Jane's attic. This is Sarah Jane's attic from any series of her spin-off. So nothing to do with the official Doctor Who here, because they might have, because she was a little bit different in Classic Who. So we're on about the new Who incarnation of her. And we'll start off with Richard Carrier. Oh, that was a stutter. That was a shush position. Oh, Richard
Not too
Lloyd.
well. The real owners of the real 13 Bannerman Road.
Xander.
Anyone over the age of 18.
Isaac.
K9 after Luke goes to university.
Joe Brennan.
Luke, after Luke goes to university.
Joe Cook.
The Torchwood team.
Richard Lloyd.
A Weevil.
Xander.
Peter Capaldi.
Isaac.
I forgot.
Shush position. Joe Brennan.
Non-family friendly content.
Joe Cook.
Gareth Roberts.
Xander.
Elizabeth Sladen after season 5, episode 6.
Oh. Not Xander. Richard Lloyd.
Alexander Armstrong in human form.
Xander.
Oh,
Out.
no.
Shush position. Joe Cook.
The Daleks.
Joe Brennan.
I was going to say the Daleks.
Shush position. Right. It's between Richard Lloyd and Joe Cook now. It's a battle against Doctor Who YouTubers, as we always expected this show would turn out to be. Joe Cook. Right. Shush position. So that
Sorry.
means,
You had one job, Joe. You had one job.
I'm so
That-
sorry.
that means yet again, Richard Carrier's team have won a point. Well done to Richard Lloyd. He's very good at this. And I do like to also say a well done to Isaac there for coming up with even extra long answers to them. Very well done. Now we move on to a round that is going to be hard, a round that's going to be scary, a round that might mean I have to hide behind my own chair because I don't currently own a sofa in the room I'm in. It is Guess the Monster or Villain, depending on what you want to call them. They might be a monster, they might be a villain. The way it will work is I have 3 clues. Now, this is a free-for-all, and whoever gets the answer will win the point for their team. Now, if you get it into 3 clues, but if you get it in 1 clue, you win another point. If you get it in 2 clues, you win another point. If you get it in 3 clues, you win no points because you've took three times to guess. Now you can think about it. It's not against the clock or anything. You can think about it, but you have to think quickly on your feet. So clue number 1 is that they look slightly silly. Only slightly, not fully, only slightly silly. Right? That is clue 1. That's a little bit too vague. So I'll tell you clue 2 because it'll help you understand. It's from a classic John Pertwee serial. So it's from John Pertwee era. Does anyone have any ideas of who it could be? Go on, Isaac.
Kronos from the Time Monster.
Oh no. Does anyone else know before I give you the final clue? Go on, Joe Cook.
The Master.
No. Well, when did he ever look slightly silly? I'm going to ask you that.
Roger Delgado.
In his many disguises.
Right. Go
No,
on,
that was
Richard.
Anthony Ainley.
Richard
Oh.
Carrier.
Bok from the Demons.
No. Does anyone else know? Because I'll give you the final clue. Because this is a hard one. Does anyone know? Right. And they have whispering voices. This is the final clue. Go on, Isaac.
The Sea Devils.
Correct. You
I
get
don't
3
think they look that
points.
silly.
I look very silly.
Well,
It's the string vest.
Yeah. They scared me as a kid.
That was filmed down where I live. Just
wow.
the
Oh,
beach the
nice.
closest to me.
Wow.
Wow.
Some people got 2 things to be scared of. Jaws and some sea devils. They might come and get you when you're well, they won't get you when you're sleeping because you don't sleep near water unless you're a
Well,
mermaid.
You never know.
You never know. Or you might be a merman. That might be a weird thing. But now before we go on to the third round, we're going to do something that all panel shows do. It's a little bit of chit chat. This is where I chat to my guests to learn a little bit more about their Doctor Who adventure. We'll start off with Richard Carrier. What is your favourite John Pertwee story, if you can remember any of them?
I can remember them very well. I would say probably the one that I would choose the most, that makes me feel sort of snuggly, would be Planet of the Daleks, just because that's one of the first Doctor Who stories I saw.
Yeah. Now we'll go to Xander. Who is your favourite villain of all time in New Who?
Oh, see, that's tough. I really like. Obviously, the Daleks are pretty great, but the Weeping Angels are also very solid. But I feel like those are kind of cop out answers because the most popular ones. But then, since saying that, I actually don't have any other answers, so I'm going to give those
popular for a
ones.
good reason.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Richard Lloyd. What's your favourite Doctor Who figure that's been released?
Ooh.
Got a few to choose
He
from.
doesn't have any.
Sorry, can't help. Ooh, I don't know. Just off the cuff. Help. I'll tell you one I got quite recently. A classic Davros. The Davroses are really nice from the classic series. There we go.
Those are good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Joe Cook. Why do the Daleks not like the idea of a Jammy Dodger?
Because it's a self-destruct button. What
Yeah,
they think it is.
but no one knows if the Doctor eats them because we've only ever seen Matt Smith eat fish fingers and custard, so he might kill him as well. Time Lords, their weakness isn't kryptonite; it's a Jammy Dodger that you can buy from Morrison's for about £4. Joe Brennan.
It was expensive.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's a pricey shop.
Only the finest jammy dodgers.
Did you say Morrison's or Waitrose?
No, Morrison's. You've got to make him a higher price when you go to Morrison's. Morrison's is where Take That originated from. Morrison's. They got to let it shine.
Very well done.
Ah!
Joe, what is your favourite Murray Gold theme?
Ooh, Bills. I think it's lovely,
Yeah.
and it needs a proper release. I think maybe it's because I want it because I can't have it. It's not
Where
on
is that
Spotify,
soundtrack?
But yeah, I think Bills is what first springs to mind at the moment.
Yeah, I think what I need to do is I need to hunt down Murray Gold, interview him, and tell him directly, release Series 10, or we won't listen to your
I'm
music
sure
ever
he's
again.
never been told that.
What's
so,
more likely to turn up, Marco Polo or the Series 10 soundtrack?
It's either or. It's probably neither of them. Because Series 10, didn't they release an artwork for it? I've got a good feeling they released an artwork for the Series 10 soundtrack.
I think they announced both of them at the same time, like they are coming, but
Yeah.
there's been no news on it since.
No.
it'll drop surprise one day, I'm sure.
Right.
Might be later today.
We've
Midway
manifested it.
through recording, the whole of YouTube just explodes because the soundtrack's been released. Isaac, what is your favourite Classic Who animation?
Oh, favorite classic Who? I'd probably have to go the Macra Terror style that we've had.
Yeah.
And I like how it's been also used for the Faceless Ones and Evil of the Daleks, mainly because it's very expressive, and I just think I think it's the best one we've had yet, and I'm glad they're using it for Evil of the Daleks that's coming next.
Yeah. And now here's the final question, which is open to anyone before we move on to round 3, is to know there's a new Doctor Who animation coming out. Now, Miss Tardis did a whole live stream on it, and he spent a good chunk of like half an hour speaking about how horrible it looks. Why does it look so similar to Marvel's What If?
Does it?
Yeah, I've not seen What If, but just looking at a few clips and a few pictures, it obviously looks way better than Web of Fear. I mean, I'd argue for Web of Fear, the black and white version is not too bad, but the color version looks pretty bad. I mean, I don't get it. It's motion capture, but who moves like this?
Doctor, the motion capture suits.
Doctor, the Yeti's after us.
Wiggliest man on the planet.
Quick.
Well, if it is motion capture, they might have borrowed one of Richard Lloyd's figures and strapped him up to the machine. Yeah. Now we come down to round 3. Round 3 is one of my favourite rounds because I wrote it yet again. I love everything I write. I'll give you my own use of words. And this is called What If. What? Who said that? Not what. Who said that? Based off the other panel show, Who Said That? Where each team will get a quote. They have to tell me who said it. They get a bonus point if they know the episode. Now, team 1, which is Isaac's team, will go first. Now, that is Xander and Joe Cook. So you 3 are the only 3 allowed to answer this one. But if you get it wrong, then it goes to Richard's Carrier's team. Now, your question is, and the quote reads as follows: "You don't understand regeneration. Me, it's a lottery, and I'd charm the short, and I've drawn the short plank." Go on, Isaac.
Is it the 7th Doctor from Time and the Rani?
Correct. Bingo. That's right on the mark as well.
I'm so glad we have Isaac in our team.
Yeah, come on.
That is just right on the mark. Even though I didn't say the word drawn correctly the first time, you still got it. Wow. I'm very impressed.
So which of the 4 episodes is it from?
Oh.
Part 2?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm sure he says
To be
it.
fair, I'm not sure either.
Just say it with confidence, Isaac, and we'll be impressed.
I'm sure he says it to Mel one time.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't expect that to go very quickly. I didn't prepare for a backup. But well done nonetheless. This is now for Richard's Carrier's team. So that is Richard, Lloyd, and then Joe Brennan. Now, this one is going to be a little bit more complicated, probably on my part more than yours, because I'll be reading this one. Right. So here's the quote as follows: "You don't just give up. You don't just let things happen. You make a stand. You say no. You have the guts to do what's right, even when everyone else just runs away."
Even I know this one, guys.
Right, Richard Carrier.
I think that's the Doctor in The Doctor Falls, isn't it?
No, that
Oh,
moves on to
dear.
Isaac's
Oh,
team. So
we've got
Xander.
this.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
It's Rose in The Parting of the Ways.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes,
That's
come on.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Xander.
Do you know?
Oh dear.
You know what?
Even my
Do you know what episode that is?
The season finale, season 1.
Yeah. So it's,
Parting
Parting of the Ways.
yeah. Well, I mean, as in, like the number of what I was saying.
Episode
Oh,
13.
Yeah. There you go. Right. Does anyone know how far into the episode that is said?
About 18 minutes as a guess.
I mean, I know it's in the is it the takeaway scene where they're
Mm.
trying to sit down and have
Eating the
chips, and
chips.
Yeah.
yeah, she runs out.
What?
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
think you're
tell you the
probably
minute
not far
now.
off with 18 minutes. I think
Yeah,
you're probably
Sounds
about right there.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't ever want to see Rose Tyler ever run out of chips.
Wait, do you know what time it's at then?
No. I am.
You got me so excited.
No. It's just because It's just because Richard Carrier said before, do you know what part it is? I just thought I would ask that. I wouldn't know the answer. I would just ask that just for the sake of it, just to pad out for time because we've finished too soon, so I'm just padding out for time at this point.
I could sing a song and make the Daleks run away if you want.
Now, here's a bonus round that I've just thought of right now. So let's see how well it goes. Now, I'm gonna say a name of a fan-made Doctor, and one of you has to work out who is the Doctor. I'm gonna say the name of the Doctor because there's a specific franchise that I'm thinking of that has names of Doctors. So I'll say the name, and you have to work out which fan-made Doctor Who it's from. If anyone knows fan-made Doctor Who as well as I do. Now, the person is the Little Red Doctor. Go on, Joe Cook.
This is DW 2010's fan film series, isn't it?
Yes, it's 2012, but you're correct.
Oh, 2012, that's it.
Yeah, you got the year a little bit wrong, but I'll give it you nonetheless. He did make a video where he said he wanted to call DW 2010. So
That's the only one I really know of like fan films. So.
Yeah. Now,
Little Red Doctor.
Yeah.
Is that like that dog?
I think that's Clifford, isn't it?
And he's a
The
big
little
red
red
dog.
Yeah, well, that was it. He was big.
Yeah, I don't think the person that plays the Little Red Doctor is little anyway. He's medium height. So he should be called the Medium Red Doctor.
Medium Red Doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, but the fan doctors are really good. There's a Doctor Who Velocity got Ace involved in an episode, not by having Ace fly to America and get her to stand behind a green screen because that's going to cost them too much. They want to be as cheap as possible. So he just rang her up, just on the phone, like, "Hello, how are you? I'm all right."
Oh my god, have you got Ace on the phone?
Nice.
Didn't know we were a special guest.
Ace just appears out the shadows. He's like, "Woo, I'm here." Woo.
It's definitely what she sounds like.
So now,
Fooled me.
Hello, editor Tom here. I just realised, my chair moved down. I just forgot to mention who had won. Richard, the Carriers team, had won with about 26 points, and so well done to Richard, the Carriers team, and roll the outro. Sorry for forgetting that. Now we're at the end of the show, and it's time to wrap up. And now it's time to also give these wonderful creatives time to give us some shout outs. Now, you all create content of some form. Xander does podcasts, the rest of you do YouTube videos. What the rest of you do Doctor Who videos, he does videos on other stuff. Now it's time for you to promote whatever stuff you've got upcoming. So I'll say your name and you can tell me what you've got upcoming, and you'll find it all in the description because we're on YouTube and we're not on the television, which hopefully, if the BBC are watching, will give me a prime time show, BBC One at 4 in the afternoon. Right, so we'll start off with Richard Lloyd. What have you got upcoming and where can we see your stuff?
So you can find me on YouTube, just at Richard Lloyd. Just search Richard Lloyd, I think it comes up. If not, Richard Lloyd Doctor Who, not come up. I do discussions on there. I do collection updates. Those are sort of the two main strands at the moment. I'm on collabs as well with my good friend Miles Taylor, Taylor Vision. Give him a shout out as well. Yeah. So yeah, there's those three things, and you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stetson Doctor.
Yeah. Now we'll go to the other Richard Carrier. Where can we see your stuff and what you're working on at the moment?
Oh, well, I'm on YouTube under Clever Dick Films. I'm trying to get this Brigadier video I've been working on for months finally polished off because I do my review and analysis series about the eras of Doctor Who and also the companions. And yeah, I'm just Clever Dick Films on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
Now we'll go to Joe Cook.
You can find me on YouTube at Rebel Whovian. I do trailer edits, reviews, discussion videos, stop motion animations. There should be a Series 13 discussion video this Tuesday. If all goes to plan. So,
and now
very exciting.
Yeah, and now we'll wrap up the names of everyone that's got the same name. We'll go to Joe Brennan.
I have a YouTube channel. I've been going for about a year. I make video essay content about Doctor Who and other things. I can't tell you anything specific I'm working on, but I make videos every 2 weeks. I'm also on Twitter, Joe_Brennan_, because some other person got Joe_Brennan. I've made about 20 videos. Most of them are on Doctor Who. So check them out.
I've got a question for you, Joe Brennan. Is
Yes.
your middle name _ by any chance?
That would be telling. No, it's not. I wish it was.
Yeah, well, at
It'd
least
be
you will.
a great middle name to give a child, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you've been fixing.
It'll happen. It'll happen now. It'll happen.
Who knows? We live in a day and age where you can be called Unicorn.
Oh no, that's my middle
Plus,
name.
Elon Musk.
Well, someone in Neighbours was called Asta.
Asta.
Yeah, there was a baby called Asta. I was thinking, where's Tesco's and Morrison's?
There was also someone called Toadfish, though, so I wouldn't look to neighbours. I
I got to
I'm
watch
still
this
not
show.
sure whether that was his name or a nickname.
Australia, man. Australia.
Well, in the 60s, there was a man called Doctor Who fought the Daleks.
I haven't heard of him.
Oh,
He
you
was a
sold me then.
human.
I genuinely thought there was a real person called Doctor Who. You just sold me on it.
Yeah. And he wasn't a Time Lord. He was a human who looked like Peter Cushing.
Yes.
yeah.
Parents
Oh.
were
Very
Mr. Y
clever.
and Mrs. Wen.
That's not how names work.
God, just shove a question as the surname.
Yeah, they call why who? Last name who?
It's like that horrible history sketch, isn't it?
Oh, with what, Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Xander, what about you? What are you up to that isn't Doctor related, but will let you push your stuff anywhere?
Well, I host the Film Me In podcast, where we're here to film you in every single week, every single Monday. We've got we're closing in on 100 episodes, which is very exciting. But we've got in the next couple of weeks, we're doing we've got a big review of Shang-Chi coming up, the new Marvel film. And yeah, we post we've got an Instagram as well. It's just official Film Me In Pod, where we post clips from the show every week, and we get posters done by lovely Joe Cook over there.
Woo!
So yeah, it's all very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're available on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. by the way.
Yeah. Well, there'll be a link to the Apple link in the description, because I don't want to go because it's on, if it's on Amazon, it'll be also available on Audible, because Amazon automatically adds it to Audible. So if you've got an Audible subscription, you can listen to it there. You don't get any money from it. It's just saves time. And my question to you, Joe Cook, is the posters available anywhere? Because the posters are so good, they should be sold, and you should have them on your wall as a sign of respect.
Well, thank you first. Not that I know of, unless they're being sold illegally at a Comic-Con. That can happen.
We should definitely print out the Suicide Squad one. That should definitely be done.
It can be the thumbnail for this video.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Suicide Squad, Peter Capaldi was in it, and
He was, yeah.
has anyone seen? There's a post out there. I'll say this before we wrap off this pilot episode. But has anyone seen the image of where the bits that's in his head of Peter Capaldi have swapped out for sonic screwdrivers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thankfully,
good.
I've got that saved in my camera roll.
It's so well done that at a glance you just don't notice the difference. Then you're like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Something's off there.
And in the film, he does a lot of swearing, and I'm like, pure Capaldi.
He does a very Doctor Who kind of explanation of a situation that
He
he
does,
just
yeah.
kind of he takes the screen for like 2 minutes and just does loads of exposition, and it's like, oh, I'm watching Doctor Who again, and then he swears, and you're like,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in the thick of it now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was in year 5 when he got announced, and I'm like, I'd never seen thick of it then, but all I knew was hopefully he doesn't start swearing in Doctor Who.
I was somewhat hopeful.
Yeah, I had my fingers crossed the whole way through.
I mean, I only knew him from, the episode of Doctor Who he did and Torchwood. That's all I knew him
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Well, in Torchwood, he's very good at counting 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 456 need to return. If anyone else agrees, the 456 need to return with these brothers 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I knew it was going there. I knew it was going there, and I let it happen.
Yeah,
I just love Doctor Who logic. A great big green absorbing monster from outer space can get his attention, but all the kids speaking on Earth doesn't bother to check in. Or everyone on Earth not dying, he doesn't care.
Well, all the kids were asking, what time's tea? What time's tea? I'm hungry. Feed me. Give me those fish fingers.
Well, he was on his vanity trip at that point, weren't he? So
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a time machine or anything. Linear time's really important to him.
Well, he forgot Bessie, so he can't travel on Earth without Bessie just toddling up.
Yeah, that's it.
that needs to come back.
Yeah.
Bring
Well,
Bessie
Bessie is coming back in audio form. The audio.
You can't see it. You can't see it.
You
just hear
The audio adventures of a car.
You'll hear it. Brum, brum.
Bring Brum back.
I've
We
been
want Brum.
watching- I've been watching the Sarah Jane Adventures on BritBox, and it
Oh.
amazes me that that show brought more classic companions back than the new series did. The Brigadier, Joe Grant, and technically K9.
Yeah. Well, I noticed watching that in the
And Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
And
yeah.
Ace was due to come back as well, I believe. As well.
I
Wow.
think in series 6, which they were going to do, but obviously didn't happen.
Well, in the pilot episode, I will mention this because it's the greatest thing. I never noticed it, but when Maria moves in, and then I don't know what a friend was called, a friend that appeared in one episode.
Kelsey,
Kelsey,
yeah.
that's
no.
it. She barges in and wants to know if she's got broadband, and I had to go at her. She hasn't got broadband. It's like not everyone has broadband when they first move into a house. Give her like 5 minutes.
I remember she said something about like, if you don't have music channels, you're not going to be cool. I was like, I don't have the music channels. What am I going to do?
Stop looking at me.
It's
I
like
don't
what
have
music are you going to
channels, I
listen
don't
to?
care.
Yeah, it's like MTV is going to be playing on. Oh, you'll be listening to Cotton Eye Joe. That makes you
Well, I
really
mean,
popular. in school.
if you look at their mobile phones, I just think, oh god, you can tell that's 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2008 looks more like Sarah Jane Adventures than 2008 looked like in real life.
Yeah.
There is some sound logic to that.
Yes. Yeah, because in 2008 we didn't have the moon turning blue, but in Sarah Jane Adventures they did.
No, I remember that happening.
Not the Slovene episode.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. There was a live stream I watched recently from Jack Wolf, and he said, I won't want to bring the Slovene back. There's an issue with them farting. But I watched another episode of Sarah Jane Adventures. So the Slovene weren't farting when they returned. They got new design where there was no trumps out their bums.
So
they could
it's too
come
rude
back.
for CVBC. It's
Yeah.
too...
Yeah. I mean, it was too smelly. I mean, the production company were like, oh, this stinks already. Oh, we need to get a vacuum cleaner.
We need a return of the Slovene.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Victory should be naked.
Your body is magnificent.
Gay Slovene.
But we need the Slovene to dress up as Doctor Who YouTubers, so then they get a cameo.
Well,
What
how
do
do
you
you
mean?
how do you know right now? You know,
because there was in Free Guy, there was a lot of YouTubers appeared. So I mean, why not get Doctor Who YouTubers in to be Slovene for an episode?
I guess
Well,
in
the
universe,
Absorbaloff
Doctor
is
Who
based
YouTubers.
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
Absorbaloff
Ian
is
Levine.
based on Ian Levine.
yeah.
In universe, Doctor Who YouTubers, they just report on the news. They just talk about things that are actually happening.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that confused me is how when you watch Sarah Jane Adventures mainly, and they hear like a massive disaster's going on, they don't want to look at the BBC news straight away. They go to American news, see what
They do,
America's
yeah.
up to.
They go to
first.
Trinity Wells, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one character to appear in
There was a
all 3 of the
scene-
shows, I think. I think
Yeah, and
it's been-
apparently
yeah.
in the end of time there was going to be a scene where the Doctor met her.
Oh, right.
When
Yeah,
Ella-
but it got cut, I think.
Was that going to be in his tour? Like, just a tour of
Seen
saying
you on
goodbye
TV.
to
Just like-
everyone.
Yeah, you go
Goes
see
to Will.
Martha, you go
Goes-
see Mickey, you go see Sarah Jane, you go see the news anchor. You know,
It's going to be.
Says goodbye to the pig in a spacesuit.
I think it was going to be when, you know, the prison blows up at the start. Apparently, she was going to
Oh,
do
yeah.
like a live report on it, and he was going to meet her there. But again, that doesn't make sense. She's American, and that happens in Britain.
No, she's
Yeah,
she's
but
quick on the scene.
Yeah.
It's a very important news story.
Yeah. And then,
During the Christmas holidays as well.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
She's
yeah,
dedicated.
definitely.
Well, it's-
Give her that.
a lot of Doctor Who logic doesn't make sense. Like the Doctors met the pigs in space at the O2 Arena, did a live show when they appeared, and it's now canon that Miss Piggy and the gang are all in the Doctor Who universe.
I was there when that happened. I got Davison's
sense.
one. David Tennant did the day before, and then Davison came on. And I don't want to say that's disappointing, but it kind of was.
At Cardiff, I missed the final ever one where Peter Capaldi recording a message because he couldn't be bothered going to Cardiff again. He spent half his year there already.
Don't
Yeah.
blame him with DWSR, to be honest.
Oh yeah, the sausage roll.
So, thank you guys for watching this riveting pilot episode of the Time Lords. So now I'll explain the way this will work. Is in the full series, because a pilot works where we have it, and any issues I clean out and I make sure it's as smooth as possible when we come back to a series. And it might look a little bit different because we might have a new set of team captains, or you might see faces from this being there. Who knows exactly? Who knows? It depends on how many views this gets. If we get 1 view, it's a success. If we get no views, it's still a success because at least it got managed to get uploaded before my head exploded. Which hopefully won't happen. No
This isn't
vinegar.
Suicide
No
Squad.
vinegar. Yeah.
So one
Don't
of
want
us
any
could
vinegar
be,
involved.
one of
I
us
might
could
get-
be the Kelsey of this.
Uh,
Like the Sarah Jane
in the
adventure.
first episode.
We get
I think
it's
it's
the
gonna
first
be me.
episode, then we get replaced
yeah.
due to poor audience feedback or whatever.
Get Clyde in for episode 2.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
none of you have got music channels.
Exactly.
So I would like to thank my guests, Isaac Whitaker Duskin.
It's actually Dakin.
Dakin, sorry.
It's okay.
I was waiting for that from the start. I was waiting
I'm
for
so
that.
sorry.
It's okay. No one at my workplace. I
Oh.
work in a school. Sometimes they call me Mr. Deacon, and I've not got the heart to tell my head teacher it's Dakin.
Well, because that's so funny, I'm going to leave that in. That's just too funny. We've got Joe Cook.
Hello.
Hello. We've got Xander Langwister.
Thank you.
We've got the man that's got more figures than I can close my eyes to. It's Richard Lloyd.
Thank you. It's been great fun.
And we've got Joe Brennan.
Didn't get an intro there, but that's fine. No.
Joe Brennan as an intro enough.
Joe Brennan, who doesn't need an intro, he's that good.
That's
I mean,
much
he's got a Knives Out poster, so he's got taste.
Well, no, he needs a Doctor Who post, and then he's official.
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh
There
yeah,
we
there
go.
it is. There it is.
I have got figures and TARDISes, but they're kind of hidden by the mic.
I've got a signed autograph of David Tennant that I bought from Amazon that probably isn't a real signature of his.
It's like one of those Monster Invasion cards, isn't it?
Yeah. And now finally we have someone who has amazing videos that when he made a behind the scenes video, I thought it's still complicated. I might just stick with what I get up to in my own free time. They run 8 YouTube channels. It's Richard D. Carrier.
Thank you.
With my hands downwards and down. Not words. Down with the kids.
Thanks for clarifying that.
No.
Yeah.
It's Capaldi from Thin Ice.
I'm down with the kids.
You could dab like Missy.
Oh,
Oh no, don't do it. Nobody do it. Nobody do it.
that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I love it.
And I'll see you all in the next video. Which channel will the next video be on? You'll have to look because I've
It'll
got
be
8
online.
YouTube channels. I can't be everywhere at once. I have to get Albert Thorpe out because he's screaming he wants to get out. He hasn't been out in a week. And I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.